Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how to actually create an item, like an actual weapon, and add a buff to that weapon, a custom buff. And it's going to be pretty in-depth, and hopefully it's not too long, so let's get started here. I want to make a new club barbed, so let's do that and scroll all the way down to the bottom. And just paste it under our diamond fragment that we made in one of the last videos. And another thing we're going to open up is the buffs.xml. Now I want to make a shock item. So as you can see, there is a buff ID shock. You can take any of these buffs you want and just try and mess around with things, you know. But for now, I just want to have the shock buff here. So I'm gonna make sure to just keep this right here. Actually, I'll copy it for now because let's just go paste it in here. So right here, the buff, you're just gonna put a comma and then the actual buff name. So let's go through this a bit. The stamina usage. This is how much stamina will be used when you left click, because action 0 means you're left clicking. Action 1 means you're right clicking. So let's do action 0, because this is what we're going to be doing when we're left clicking. When we left click, we will apply a buff, but every buff has a chance to be applied. So as you can see, 0.3, this corresponds to bleeding. This corresponds to critical blunt. And now if we add another one, this will, you know, so on and so on. So we'll have a 50% chance of applying the shock buff when left clicking. Now if you want to do something like a debuff, you can do that as well. So instead of doing property name buff, you would do debuff, so just like this, so which will be applied to your player when used with a left click. And you could just mess around with that with whatever you want and, you know, do things. Now down here are the attributes: how much entity damage, how much block damage, your actual durability item, so let's say it will break after 600 hits or 200 hits. Now why there's a comma between each one of these is because in the game there is quality values. Grayish kind of quality is like lowest, so 1, and the highest quality value that you get in the game is 600, which is kind of like a magenta or purple. So this is, if you have the maxed out club barbed, it will have 600 durability. If you have the maxed out club barbed, it will have 19 entity damage. So everything in between of that will, you know, be in between those two items. So let's say you have the lowest tier club barbed ever that you could possibly get, which is 1 durability. The entity damage on it would be was 8. So it's pretty self-explanatory. You can also add points, like, you know, decibels to this. So let's say I want to make a club barb. So let's make this a let's make this a shock club. Just like that. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to copy all this because, you know, you need this for everything, pretty much. And extends. That's good. We don't need to make an extends. So there we go. And the description key already has one. We can delete that. And I don't want to put a description key on it because it's just a test item, just to show you guys how it works. So let's do a name. Custom icon name. So we're going to do club barbed. Just like that. And actually we'll do club, yeah, barbed, I guess, in the tint color. So let's get a deep blue color. Let's do a deep blue color. So just like that, I guess. Oh, did I not copy it? No, I did not. Okay, there we go. So let's do that, apply that there. And so that is about it for this. And this is the same for like eating items and things like that. When right-clicked, what will happen? Will you be applied with a buff or a debuff or a chance? So like that, you can just play around with items, you know, and just, you know, experience it. Just try and mess around with things and try and do things. But make sure you always have a backup, because if you don't have a backup, then you're gonna have to be reinstalling your whole game, and you would lose all your progress if you can't find the error, you know, so on and so on. So always have a backup of your items. So let's also change the ID of this to 1503. Symbols that, and shock buff has a 50% chance of applying. So let's go in here, and I'm going to go in game and show you guys how that works. Okay, so we are in game here. I'm gonna type in creative menu, and I'm gonna go down to the last page, of course, and look at our shock club. As you can see, it also does say the effect here as well. 50% chance, as you can see right there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this out, and I'm gonna do debug menu, which is DM in the console, and press F6 to spawn us a test zombie. As you can see, it did not apply because it is a 50% chance, but if I hit her, oh, I guess I'm getting unlucky. There you go. As you can see, the shock club does work, so let's do a fat cop. Oh, No! Die! Fat cop! That's God mode here. I'm gonna kill him, guys. I'm gonna kill him. Okay, we're gonna augur him to death. There we go. Okay, that was a little bit excessive, but yeah, that's the shot club for you. And that's how to make it custom and have custom entity damage and things like that. And also the repair. I forgot to even say that. The repair tools. This is what you use to repair the item. So let's say I wanted to use our, let's say, diamond fragment that we actually created in the last episodes. Then that's what you will be used to repair the actual item itself. So that's the basic of how to make an actual weapon, or melee weapon, and things like that. And there's also things like delays and stuff like that, so you know the delay between each attack, stuff like that. So that's pretty much the basics, and thanks for watching.